going to discuss about the design thinking to packaging concept on the topic of is REST API still relevant on or GraphQL is the future. So this is what the topic. So this topic is going to discuss about these students. They are going to present their ideas and their views among each other. So let's begin.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening. Today we are representing a design thinking group activity. Our activity type is brainstorming followed with the debate session. The topic we have selected is REST API still relevant or GraphQL the future. Let us introduce our teams. Myself, Kanya, the moderator. Aarti, Rahul and Jafar will represent the points supporting the REST API. And Blesso and Selinwal will represent the points supporting the REST API. Let us begin this brainstorming session. Now I invite Aarti to begin.
So I would like to discuss about REST API, which is still very relevant because it's simple and easy to understand. It uses standard HTTP method like get, post, put, and tell, which means it beginner friendly.
I would like to add that REST API are widely used in real-world applications such as e-commerce and social media platforms, which shows their reliability and scalability. The another point is that REST API supports and caching, which improves performance and reduces server load.
Hello everyone, I'm going to represent GraphQL. From the GraphQL perspective, it allows the clients to request only the required data, which avoids unnecessary data transfers.
Also, GraphQL uses a single endpoint, which simplifies API design compared to multiple endpoints in REST.
Thank you everyone for your valuable points. Now we will move into the discussion phase where both sides will represent their arguments and respond to each other. Let us begin with the REST team. I invite Aarti.
REST API is still relevant because it's standardized and widely adopted. Most developers are familiar with REST API, making development and maintenance easier.
Actually, in my perspective, while REST is widely used, it often requires multiple API calls to fetch related data. GraphQL solves this by allowing all data to fetch in a single request.
REST API supports HTTP caching, which significantly improves performance. Graph does not have built-in caching the REST.
However, GraphQL provides flexibility to front-end developers by allowing them to structure the response as needed.
REST API are easier to implement, and during this debug, because they follow clear URL sections and the standard methods.
For example, GraphQL reduces overfetching and under-fetching of data, which is especially useful for mobile and logo branding with applications.
So REST API is still very relevant because it's very simple and easy to understand and also uses the standardized method of the HTTP method like get, post, put, tell, which makes it beginner friendly.
Actually, this often requires multiple API calls, but GraphQL solves this, allowing all data.
As he said, REST API are widely used in real-world applications such as e-commerce and social media platform, which shows their reliability and scalability.
This is like GraphQL uses a single endpoint, which simplifies API design compared to multiple endpoints in REST.
Another important point that the REST API supports the caching, and which improves the performance and reduces server load.
GraphQL reduces overall fetching and fetch data, which is especially used for mobile and low bandwidth applications.
So thank you everyone for the discussion. From this activity, we understood that REST API is simple, widely used and efficient with caching. And coming to the GraphQL, it is flexible, allows precise data fetching. So REST API is still highly relevant, while GraphQL is emerging as a powerful alternative depending on the application's requirements. Both have their own advantages and use cases.
Thank you team for such a useful discussion about GraphQL as well as the REST API. So today's technology, we have mostly used this REST API rather than the GraphQL. But GraphQL, as Danya said, is an emerging one recent days. So both have its own advantages and disadvantages. Thank you for your discussion. Thank you.